We hope you guys are having a great day so far, and welcome back to Great Day St. Louis. Ladies, I'm talking to you right now. We are in our hormone balancing era, if you will. For so long, the focus was on men's health and libido, but now women are getting in on that conversation. Let me just say it's about time. Today, we have Jordan Kimler with us, who is a nurse practitioner, and her patient, Shannon, to discuss her experience with PremierU. Ladies, good to see both of you.
Yeah, great to see you.
I'm glad we're talking about hormones. I just came back from maternity leave, so I feel like all we've been talking about in my house for last year is hormones. So that's all the talk right now, especially on social media. Women are encouraging and supporting other women to focus on their wellness and strength. But with all the information online clinics out there, how do we know we're getting the right information?
Sure, it can be very confusing, right? So what I would first say is if the clinic is saying that they treat women, they should be discussing hormones at some point in your health and wellness journey with them. Hormones affect literally everything from our mood, our sleep, ability to lose fat, gain muscle. So it's very important that those levels are optimal, not just normal. So you're going to a clinic that's looking at those optimal ranges versus the normal.
So obviously we want to pay attention to that. What are other attributes as a patient, though, that we would like to look for? And Shannon, what has your experience been?
Well, I'm just glad to have this PSA for women. I mean, women, if you're like 30 to 50 right now and you're saying to yourself, now I'm experiencing, I'm hot, but I'm internally hot, right? Or you're having those pains, or you know, you're just not yourself anymore. That's okay. Life is telling you, they're like, oh, you're a mom or you're a working woman. Like, we make excuses. We don't have to do that. Because I was starting to have hot flashes too. And I feel like I was walking through the Sahara Desert one day and I was like, this is not right. And when I went to my OBGYN said basically, good luck. This could be your journey for the next 10 years. It's called perimenopause. I'm like, Peri who? And who invited him to this party, right? And so when I started to look at that and to see a provider who would look at my blood work, not just this blood work, all my blood work, and give me a recipe that made sense for me, and I got to go from empowered instead of being exhausted, which was great.
And I'm sure once you do start working with different women and see how their lives have transformed, that's going to make you feel good too.
Absolutely. You know, it's making sure that their symptoms are being managed appropriately.
I'm glad we're talking about this because, as I mentioned, this is like all the talk in my house right now. My husband's so lucky for that.
There's solutions out there. Why should we suffer? Aging should not be painful.
I agree.
Let's do this, right?
Awesome. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
PremierU offers telemed options throughout Missouri and Illinois. They also offer in-person appointments at their clinics in Swansea, Illinois, and South St. Louis County. For more information, give them a call at 618-750-5433 or visit them on the web at PremierUmed.com.
Yeah, and we hear about these issues so often, but I think it's important to distinguish. Just because something is common doesn't make it normal, right? Just because we hear so many women struggling with this doesn't mean we have to settle for that being okay. So it's great to know that there are resources and other women who have experienced this and understand.
And I think moments like this give us an opportunity to kind of destigmatize and normalize the conversation and make even women who may not be aware of some of the options that are out there for them to try to improve their own health.